6, the Bay Area Cuban community is closely following the crisis. It's plunging the island nation into unrest right now. KPIX 5's Len Ramirez live in San Jose, where some locals are fiercely divided. Len?
Well, the Cuban-American community here in the Bay Area is very diverse. They do agree that these protests to be happening out in the open in Cuba is very rare because it's very dangerous. But there is a healthy difference of opinion on U.S. policy towards Cuba and what to do about these protests. Protests in the streets of Havana, perhaps the largest mass demonstrations against conditions in Cuba and/or the communist government in decades. Surprising, according to Cuban Americans in the Bay Area.
And they're taking their lives in their own hands now because they could get arrested and put in jail, and you disappear in Cuba.
Amari Pai Gonzalez, who announces the Oakland A's games in Spanish, was born in Cuba but left as a child after the communist takeover.
I am surprised, and I'm not surprised.
That's something that the Cuban public rarely does.
Arturo Riera, also known as Mr. Latin Jazz, is a Cuban American with an extended family still on the island. He's also my brother-in-law.
The Cuban people have accepted many things over the last 60 years, including economic downturns like this one. But they say there's never felt anything like this.
Riera travels frequently to Cuba, often organizing musical exchanges with Cuban artists. He says there's constant shortages of food and medicine, and COVID is making things even worse with surging infections and deaths. Riera says the U.S. has the power to change things by easing up on tough economic sanctions in place for decades.
The party line is if the embargo would just simply end, then a lot of these troubles wouldn't be occurring. And frankly, I can't necessarily argue with that.
President Biden tweeted the United States calls on the Cuban regime to hear their people and serve their needs at this vital moment rather than enriching themselves. Pai Gonzalez blames the current conditions on the communist government.
They trade with countries who are developed countries, so it's mismanagement by the government, unfortunately.
Lenny, is there any chance the Biden administration will lift the sanctions? Obama did it. What about Biden?
Well, the president was asked that today by reporters. He declined to comment, but he did indicate that the administration would have more to say on that later this week. He is under enormous international pressure to lift those sanctions. In fact, the UN General Assembly again voted to denounce the sanctions for the 29th straight year, and a lot of U.S. allies are calling on him to lift the sanctions. We should find out more later this week, as I mentioned, but there could be a way out for the president because this is closely tied to COVID. So any relief or any easing up can be attributed to COVID, not necessarily in support of what's happening with the communist government.
Len Ramirez reporting live from San Jose. Thank you, Lenny.